For more on the Russian doping allegations, I'm joined by Patrick Rishe in St. Louis. He's the Director of Sports Business Program at Washington University and CEO of Sports Impacts. Patrick, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So I think what a lot of people found shocking in this report, it's not just the allegations of doping, it's the fact that it's allegedly state-sponsored by the Russian government. So what do you make of that? What's your reaction to all this?
It's fairly egregious, obviously. It's not a surprise that you see countries cheating in this respect. Certainly we've had incidents of cheating and doping in sport going back as far throughout my lifetime, going back to the East Germans back in the 70s, and obviously Americans with cases such as Marion Jones, the Canadian sprinter, Ben Johnson. This is something that has plagued many sports, not just track and field, but also cycling, also baseball here in America. So when there are incentives to cheat, the bottom line, when there are incentives to cheat, you're going to see cheating, and this was extremely egregious.
And this report was conducted by an independent commission for the World Anti-Doping Agency, a 10-month investigation, Patrick, 323 pages implicating athletes, coaches, trainers, doctors, even the Russian Secret Service. Russia calls it groundless, biased. It even goes as far as saying this is a political hit job. Is Russia being picked on unfairly?
I don't think so. Again, as you mentioned, this is an unbiased report. Dick Pound is one of the gentlemen that essentially ran the report, one of the most respected people in the anti-doping world. So to suggest that there was any slant or bias is pretty extreme. I think it was a well-done report. And of course they're going to try to defend their position because they are concerned, as they should be, about whether they're going to participate in Rio, because right now that's not looking great for the track and field athletes from Russia.
So what do you think is going to happen? Are they going to be banned from the Olympics next year?
As of right now, my understanding, they're going to have a chance to reply to this report in 5 days. I think the initial recommendation is they are going to be suspended from track and field, conditional upon what are they going to do between now and then. And I don't know if you can do much in 9 months to undo the egregious nature of these doping allegations, more than allegations if we are to believe the report. So there is a chance, from what I've heard Dick Pound say in the report, that if certain steps were taken between now and Rio, that they could reinsert themselves into the Olympics. But it sounds like the egregious offending athletes may be banned, not just from the Olympics, but from many competitions for several years.
I'm just wondering, Patrick, how much leverage Moscow really has here. You know, Russia prides itself for its being a giant in the world of sports, spent $50 billion in Sochi, a number of gold Olympic athletes. So do they have a recourse? What is next for them? And do you really think they have any kind of leverage?
They shouldn't have any leverage if we're going to be unbiased and be impartial. And hopefully we don't. You know, one of the ties that I see here with what happened with FIFA is you allowed various countries, and in fact small countries, because of the voting standard with every country having an equal vote in FIFA, some of the smaller countries were able to bribe their way allegedly into voting positions to gain favorable outcomes. So I would hate to see something like that here, and Sebastian Coe, who runs the IAAF, hopefully he's going to be able to be impartial and try to met out punishment to enforce better behavior, for lack of a better term, by the Russian Athletic Federation.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Patrick Rishe, thank you so much, sir.